So we finally made it up to New Hampshire yesterday on the day of the primary. We spoke to Hillary supporters. We spoke to Rubio supporters. I spoke to a fantastic Trump supporter. I'll play that interview later today for you. I want to start with two interviews I did with supporters of Hillary Clinton. And the big thing for me in talking to Hillary supporters, Lewis, was why did they choose Hillary over Bernie? If they are progressive, is Bernie too progressive for them? Are they just confused about who to vote for? And what we very quickly found out was that a lot of people were confused about why they voted for Hillary Clinton instead of Bernie Sanders. First is my interview with a woman who says she is just very loyal to Hillary Clinton, but she couldn't really explain on the issues why Hillary is a better choice for her than Bernie Sanders. Let's take a look at that interview first. Was there any particular issue that moved you towards Hillary Clinton?
I'm just very loyal to her. I've been loyal to her for over 8 years now, so I'm very loyal.
Are there particular issues where you disagree with Bernie Sanders?
Not necessarily, but Hillary is who, my loyalty lies, and that's who I was going to vote for from day one.
And why do you feel so loyal to Hillary Clinton?
Hillary Clinton was very helpful to me. I was trying to pass New Hampshire state law and United States federal law in memory of my daughter, and she was somebody who sponsored the law for me, known as Michelle's Law.
And when you thought about your vote today, was there any issue where, in spite of your support for Hillary Clinton, you don't necessarily agree with her?
No, not really.
You agree with her on basically everything?
About everything that she says, yes, I do.
$12 minimum wage instead of $15?
Any minimum wage that goes up is a good thing. Minimum wage, unfortunately, people who make minimum wage, it's just never enough. It's never enough. They still live, a very basic life. They can't afford a lot of things, So what are we going to do? We have to come up with jobs. Is minimum wage even good enough anymore? We have to do something to.
So if it were up to you, you would go with a $15 instead of $12.
I would go with more than that if I could, but it's not my business.
But it wasn't enough to sway you towards Bernie, who supports a $15 minimum wage.
No.
All right, thank you very much. Sort of unusual, right, Lewis? I mean, very clearly loves Hillary, but it's not even really clear that Hillary is the best candidate for her based on actual issues. This is really a concern to me.
I've talked to other people who have the same feelings about Hillary. They just think that she's special for some reason, or they like her on a personal level for one reason or another. And that seems to be their priority when it comes to voting.
Then I spoke to another Hillary Clinton supporter who, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Lewis, but he basically came up with Hillary Clinton is nice. I mean, it was unclear whether there was any policy reason whatsoever for his support of Hillary over Bernie Sanders.
That's what I came away from this one with. He just likes Hillary. She's nice. It's her time. I guess some people think that because she has invested so much time in government and held all these positions, that she just has to be the one. And don't get me wrong, her qualifications are great, but shouldn't it be about policy?
I believe that it should be about policy. Let's take a look at this interview. Any particular issue that really pushed you towards Hillary?
Not really any particular issue. I just believe that, it's her time. It's, she's been trying to do this for a long time. I believe her attitude is, what we need. She is what we need for this country.
What about her attitude, in your mind, makes her what we need?
Just her go-to attitude that she wants to do things. She wants to help us. She wants to help people who want to do stuff. She just wants to help people. She's a very, for the most part, kind-hearted, I guess you should say.
Are there particular people she wants to help in your mind?
That one is a hard question to answer.
What issue, is there a specific political issue you really agree with her on?
With the supporting Planned Parenthood, all that stuff, I believe Planned Parenthood is a good thing in this country. Despite what people may think, it does provide a bunch of women's health services and prevention services and things like that.
And does Bernie Sanders support Planned Parenthood?
I believe so.
So that wasn't a difference maker, right?
That wasn't a difference maker. That's just something that I really like.
What was really the difference maker for you that helped you to choose Hillary Clinton over Bernie Sanders, other than just that she's kind?
I mean, her attitude, she's... I don't know. 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 I mean, her attitude, she's You know, I really can't put it into words. I just really, really like her attitude, really just like what she does. And
Anything about Bernie Sanders you don't like?
I mean, I couldn't tell you. It's been a long day, you know, I'm kind of tired. It's, you know.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking to us.
Okay, so that was basically every interview with Hillary supporters was like this. I'm sure that there were Hillary supporters who were very focused on the issues, but we certainly had a hard time finding them. And that was a little bit of a concern, particularly in thinking about South Carolina and Nevada in the Democratic side.